teach you guys how to punch in 5 quick minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you out of your fight stance and put you in a horse stance, just for today. This is a stance to learn some things from. It's not a stance to fight from. So what you're gonna do is find a straight line. You can either put down a jump rope or just find a break in the mats. Get both toes up to it. Feet out over the toes. Get nice and light on the balls of your feet. Now the reason I like teaching punching from this is because it helps reinforce a couple good habits. The biggest one is not leaning out over your punch. If I throw a punch and I lean from this stance, I fall over right away. So it forces getting power from the punch by rotating at the hips and popping at the shoulders, which once you get back in the stance, you get the power from your punch anyway. So we're gonna start at the feet and the hip. So if you watch this foot, I'm just gonna pivot it and make sure that I'm popping my hip. Once you've done that a couple times and it feels good, travel up your body, keep all that stuff going, but now pop through your shoulder as well. So now watch the foot, the hip, and the shoulder. That's the proper rotation for a punch. Now the only thing you do is extend the hand. So I'm gonna keep the heel, the hip, and the shoulder, and at the end I'm just gonna extend my hand. After that, just close your fist. Once you do one side, hit the other side. Start back over at the foot, travel up through the hip, the shoulder, and get that hand going. Once that feels good individually, put a couple together. Once you put a couple together, put 10 together. Now it's time to get back into our stance. So if you're right-footed, you're just going to take a small step over the line with your right foot so that your heel is close to the line on this side, your toes close to the line on this side. Here you're going to have your hands up. You're just going to pivot towards your left foot. Now you have your left foot pointed at your opponent. You're nice and light on the back foot. Find that stance. Some people like to fight a little more square. Some people like to fight a little more sideways. You'll find your stance as you practice. Now from here, you're going to practice the same thing. Pop your hips, pop your shoulder, and extend that hand. Same thing on the right side. Now we have a nice solid punch where all of the power comes from rotating and we're staying away from this nonsense. That's going to get you counted really hard. I want to be able to move forward, but not because we're falling into that gap. That's how you punch in less than 5 minutes.